it's Yogi here, and today we're going to be talking about the science of astrology. Alright, so let's get started. There is a lot of controversy with astrology. A lot of people don't believe in it. Some people think it's fake. Some people know factuals about it. There's just a lot of different things going on. So I'm basically be breaking it down in a logical and scientific manner. Now, I'm not saying that what everyone says about astrology is true, but what I am saying is that the idea of astrology and just astrology at its base is actually factual. So this is how astrology works, alright? We have our solar system, we have, our universe, we have this planet Earth. Basically what astrology is that the planets, the stars, the moons, they all have an impact and influence on us human beings. This is the premise of what astrology is, alright? If we take a look at our sun is a star. It obviously has a huge impact on the way us human beings live. We cannot deny this. This is a form of astrology right there, okay? So the problem with people today is we need to understand what is actually real astrology, right? Astronomy and astrology are two different things, but they do coincide. Now, the moon, for example. The moon has an influence on us human beings as well. When you go to the beach, you will see when the moon is most present, the tides are going to go up or down depending on where the position of the moon is during the day, because the moon has an impact on the planet. It lifts up the tides. How does this correlate with human beings? Well, human beings are over 75% water, 70% water, something like that. If the moon has enough strength to lift up the whole ocean, the tide of the ocean, you best believe at nighttime the water within you is rising. The element of water is tied with emotion. It's tied with emotion for several different reasons. So oftentimes what happens at night is people get more emotional. People get more, how should I put it? You will feel more urges to reproduce at nighttime. At nighttime, that's probably when you feel more sad rather than the daytime. So just at nighttime, whatever you feel during the day, it will be amplified because this is the effects of the moon, okay? In astrology, moon is tied in with emotion, right? So this is baseline, basic factual astrology right here, alright? The sun, we already know, has a massive impact on how we live. So now let's get into the other planets. The other planets have an atmosphere, but planets also radiate. Each planet vibrates and sends a certain frequency out in the universe. These vibrations and frequencies affect us on Earth. The way that they affect us is obviously they have an influence on us. It's important to note that astrology only has an influence on us. It isn't exactly 100% the way it's going to be described, if that makes sense. For example, let's say I'm a Scorpio on the zodiac, right? That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to have all these traits of a Scorpio, right? When it comes to the zodiac signs and on the bigger picture, when it comes to astrology defining who somebody is or describing their personality or whatever it is, there's many different factors when it comes to this. For one, you have to take names, because your name is a certain identity that you take on for yourself. You have to take numerology. You have to take not just your sun sign, but your moon, your rising, your Venus. You gotta mix all these different things in. You could like be a whole, you don't know like what the outcome could like really be, because there's just so many different aspects to. When it comes to names are actually have a bigger impact on us than we realize, because a name actually has like a meaning. For example, if we take the name Anthony, right? I'm not sure what the name actually means, but the Latin roots to that word, I think it means like wisdom or something along the lines of knowledge, right? So if your name is Anthony, there's roots to those words that date back. So Smith, let's take the word Smith. That word Smith may just seem like a name to you, but the Latin roots go like you date it back. If you were called Smith back then, that would be like a blacksmith. You would be called like a blacksmith at around those times. But even though you don't know what the name actually means, you subconsciously take on that form of identity. Anyways, got a little off topic, but now we're back onto topic, alright? With zodiacs, they're not going to be exactly 100%, and also the amount of ego somebody has versus the amount of consciousness or spirit they're connected to, and which one they're more operative on, will determine how much of an influence astrology has. I will say this though, it doesn't matter what the stars say, it doesn't matter what any astrologer tells you, you are in control of your life. You create the destiny that you want. Your life is your karma, which means your life is your making, okay? Astrology only has an influence because that's what it is, but nothing is determined, nothing is predetermined, right? Which leads me to horoscopes. Similar with zodiac signs, horoscopes is kind of on the same boat. It's not 100% gonna happen. It's not, this is 100% like how it is. No. Is there influence? Yes. But it's not on some everything is 100%, right? Let's recap. Astrology is basically the stars, the moon, the planets, vibrations and frequencies that impact Earth, or they connect with Earth and they impact us, okay? And in terms of zodiac signs and horoscopes, they are not 100%. They only have a influence on us. Okay, so that will basically be it for today's video. This video is pretty much just like the basics, and I'm just going over, what astrology really is, and just, the science behind it. However, on my Patreon and in the future, I'm going to be posting videos about astrology that are more in depth and more, you're going to see like scientifical proof and links and websites, So, however, today's video was pretty much just the basics. Also, on my Patreon, I'll be posting stuff about the zodiac signs, going over all the zodiacs, and not just that, the moon signs, the rising signs, Venus, the houses, and just be going really in depth with astrology. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed.